I think the Europeans have to play a huge role in that. One of the things that gets talked about a lot is what are European forces actually acting as a peacekeeping force? I'm here to constantly remind the Europeans, and I made this clear in various meetings here today, that if you want a seat at the table, because this was a contentious issue that came up, the Ukrainians clearly have a seat at the table, and the United States will be the intermediary as we try to establish a peace deal. But the Europeans need to demand a seat at the table by being uncomfortably aggressive, which is something they haven't done. Now, they
What do
often
you
talk
mean?
about how they have matched U.S. Well, I'm telling you what I mean. They often talk about how they've matched U.S. aid, for instance. And I say, well, you should be doubling it. You should be tripling it. It's your continent. You should be threatening things to Putin that actually make you uncomfortable, because that's the only language Putin speaks is power. And when General Kellogg is at that table with Putin, he's only got a finite amount of leverage. And there's only so much more leverage that the U.S. can impose. And if anybody can do it, I think it's Donald Trump. And he's already said that nothing is off the table. Vice President Vance said that nothing is off the table. Economic, military, they will use the amount of leverage they can. My message to European leaders, I'm really not talking to you right now, I'm talking to European leaders right now, is if we want to win, if we want a better outcome for Ukraine at the end of these peace talks, you need to be uncomfortably aggressive. You need to not just bolster your own defense spending, because that's a long-term issue, that's a long-term investment.
Yeah.
You need to be talking about where you're going to be putting actual troops on the ground. Stop following our lead and actually take the lead. Let us be actually holding you back. That would be an ideal situation and vastly change the power dynamic when dealing with Putin.